social media presence? Hands up if we use a social media in the house. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. That's for the youngers, that's for the young people. Okay, so I work for a creative agency. We've got a focus on filmmaking, on videos and storytelling. And so that's a lot of social content. A lot of stuff goes on Instagram and Facebook for our clients. And social media is one of the best marketing tools available to most small businesses. We are a small business at my workplace, so I asked my boss, I asked my colleagues, what is one benefit of social media to an individual or to businesses? And they said it exposes your work, diversified networking, brand recognition, real-time feedback. Okay, and the one thing that kind of stands out to me or screams out at me when I heard those things was audience. Your audience. Social media presence is about audience. Yeah, and we all have an audience, don't we? If we go to 1 Timothy 4:16, come on, bro. Jeremy touched on this before.
Preach it, bro. Come on, Panda.
16. Watch your life and doctrine closely, persevere in them, because if you do, you will save both yourself and your hearers. So we have an audience. Yeah, as Jeremy said, it's not just people that are physically next to us, but it's everyone that engages with our content on social media. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to save them. We don't just want numbers on the digital metrics. We don't want numbers on viewership, on people watching our videos, commenting. We want to save people. Okay, so our audience is 100% important. Okay, so one of the best marketing tools, social media is one of the best marketing tools because the audience is huge. As Dom says to me, it's another nation. Okay, that's how much people there are, and almost every business can find their target audience on social. The majority of the audience on social are millennials. Okay, so those are people born from 1981 to 1996. Okay, so should this interest us? Yep. It should totally interest us, because you know, as a church, we've got a heavy focus on young people on campus. Why? Because they're the future. They're the future leaders. So those young people that are already graduated, they're in careers, we want to attract them with our social media presence. Amen? So we have to have a deep conviction for social presence that sparks interest, that engages and brings in fruit. Okay? And why does our content have to engage? One of the main reasons why we have to have engaging content is that young people on social media, they love attention. Not just young people, all people love attention. That's one of the main reasons why we're on our phones, why we change our profile pictures, why we pout, why we raise it on this side. We like attention, we like to have good feedback, amen? Because I know when a preacher's preaching and he calls you out, you get a good feeling when they shout you out and they're preaching, right? We all love attention. So, engaging content. Some of the ideas that I've had and that Michael Williamson's had, that Michael's had, are, for example, to create skits. That's engaging because you can relate with skits. The stuff that we go through in life, we make them funny, we preach a message, and we put Christ in it as well. And that will draw people to the church. Having sermon roundups. Social media is all about short form content. Especially millennials, they're not going to sit through a 45-minute sermon. So we've got to have short, round up all the points, put them into a short video, put graphics, put titles, put music, and have those out constantly, always feeding out on our social media, on our Instagram, on our website. People are going to watch that, they're going to catch everything that there wasn't a 45-minute short of content, and then they're going to come out to church. They'll come out because it's awesome. Amen, we've got to believe that. And also inspirational infographics. Sometimes just have infographic videos. A video with text that swishes in and out, maybe a voiceover, and that's it. 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 minute. Have different types of content. So to kind of get on this level, to be thinking like this, and for this to execute, you've got to brainstorm. Like how many of you guys have groups within your churches where you're throwing these ideas out and you're butting heads and you're scheduling when to shoot this kind of stuff, when to sort of produce this kind of stuff, it's never going to happen if you don't come together regularly and schedule out to have these things come out on your social media. And this is all your presence, all this content that we're talking about, it all builds your presence. The more you're posting, the more things are coming out, it's building a presence. If it's funny, if it's cool, if it's trendy, number one, trendy is like the most important thing, it has to be in trend. People are going to subscribe and they're going to wait for the next one. And then after that, it comes to people walking into the church. And then that's where Jeremy's point comes in about having the heart and having the actual disciple lifestyle to kind of turn the audience into fruit. We want fruit. Matthew 28, verse 18. Everyone knows it. The Great Commission. Then Jesus came to them and said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations. Okay? That's got to be conviction number one. Yeah? The Great Commission is all nations. We have that at our fingertips through social media. We'll be impacting all nations. You'll have someone from Africa, someone from Asia, someone from America. They'll see maybe a London video and then you can direct them to a church nearby them. It's going to work through social media. So we will have the presence and we'll be talked about and have people wander into service if we can be consistent, create engaging and inspiring content that will turn our audience into fruit. Amen.